What's going on, friends? My name is Enter, welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker for the Nintendo Wii U. We're up last time we finished exploring the entire Great Sea, and now in this part, we're not quite done yet as far as side quests are concerned. There's still quite a few more things that I want to cover here. Starting off with Windfall Island. This is actually a really big side quest for Windfall Island. There's three things I'm doing. The first off is this really small and really simple one. I was thinking about whether or not I should live commentate this episode, but after looking at the video itself, after realizing how much cutting out I needed to do, I figured it's just not worth it. Considering most of my commentary would be cut off, and I'd have to just not talk, and then eventually, like, I'm gonna sound all boring because I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, like 20,000 times because you're gonna be seeing a lot of cuts in this episode. I was actually expecting this to be like maybe 2 episodes, but it turns out I did a lot of cutting that I cut it down to a lot shorter length than what I was expecting. So anyway, you go ahead and talk to the guy right by the bomb shop. His name is Dampa, and if you show him a skull necklace, you can give him 3 skull necklaces to play this mini game right here. This mini game that he wants you to do. All you have to do is pick up 3 pigs. He said he lost 3 pigs, and you have to go ahead and find them in under 2 minutes. So here's the first one. Pigs can be a little bit annoying to grab. You have to walk really slowly to them, or you can either do that, or you can crawl to them, which I prefer. I would prefer crawling to them. And well, you don't want to make too much noise, or you'll scare the pigs away, which can be kind of painful at times, but it's not a really difficult mini game. So here's the last one right up here. This one can be a little bit tricky to find because it's the farthest one away from Dampa. But oh well. This minigame is actually not required in the SD version, but there is a reason why this minigame is required in this version. You'll see why. But anyway, so let's go ahead and pick up this last pig and give it to him, and there we go. So we did it in under 2 minutes, which is good. And with that, our reward is a treasure chart. This treasure chart does not exist in the SD version, which is why, because as I mentioned before, the 5 treasure chart, there are five extra treasure charts were added into the HD version to replace 5 Triforce charts that they took away. For the sake of the casual players, at least I would assume, is why they took away 5 treasure charts. But anyway, now onwards with the next side quest, and this next side quest requires lots and lots of cutting out. So let's go ahead and talk to Zenuri here. Yes, you're the young master who purchased my. But I hate to say that my poor little stall is not an instant success. In fact, it is rather dessert, I'm afraid to say. I think this tragic turn of events is due to the fact that I don't have a wide variety of lineups of products. To put it another way, I think my stall would do much better if then I would make plenty of money. Not just plenty of money. Oh my goodness! By running a prosperous business, I can play my part to help this town. But dear me, if only I had. Oh my gosh! Apparently I went through the text a lot faster than what I was thinking of. But oh well. A request. Oh dear me! I knew it, young master. I knew you would understand my plight. It is rather a long, wide explanation. My stall is kind of a general store that makes money by obtaining rare products. However, because I have so few products to sell, the shop remains rather deserted. I will sell anything. I am a master of the sale. I just need some new products. Could you not seek out traveler and merchants and negotiate? Oh my goodness! No! Do not be so frightened. I say contracts. All I need for you to do is trade one of my products for a new product that the merchant has in stock. You see, among merchants, a trade is proof as. That is to say, it is a merchant's oath. That is what we call it. Yes. Merchants that have a sworn merchant's oath will afterwards send their products. Oh my gosh! So as soon as you succeed in trading my products, oh man. I went through the text really fast, apparently. I need to give myself time to read that. I'm pretty sure all you guys can read the text, because all you guys gotta do is pause the video and just read the text, because the text just goes that slow for you guys. Well, it goes fast for me, because if I pause the video just to read the text, then the video would be desynced, and that wouldn't be very good for a commentary if the audio is desynced. Well, your new trading partners, the traveling merchants, are waiting for you somewhere out there in the Great Sea. So yeah, the traveling merchants are not in the Great Sea. So this opens up this spawns a few NPCs now on the Great Sea, which we will take care of later, because we're gonna be doing something while we're here in Windfall Island, and that is so as you see, we got a free town flower from Zenuri. And he gave us that town flower so that we can go ahead and trade with those merchants, which we will do later in the video. Then I bought 2 more, and there's a good reason as to why I'm doing that. You see these pedestals right here? If I can get to... Okay, there we go. So, go ahead and place a flower right there, and then place another flower there, and then place another flower here. So what we're doing here is we are placing these... Let's go and talk to this guy. Have you seen the small metal pedestals all around town? Yes, those are called Joy Pedestals. Yeah, they got installed a little while ago by the newly formed Joyce Volunteer Associations. Anyway, they're brilliant. I may as well tell you that both myself and Zenuri, the guy who runs the stall over there... Oh my gosh. I don't know what else he said. But, basically, we have to... what we're going to do is we are going to place the flower... We're going to place all these town flowers onto all these pedestals that are located all around Windfall Island. The most annoying part, which is why this is requiring me a lot of cutting out, is because you can only carry 3 town flowers at a time, even though you have the space to carry more in your bag. But the game, for some good reason, will only allow you to carry 3 at a time, and not just the 8 spots that you have, well, the 7 spots that you have in your bag. It gets that gets really repetitive. So I'm not gonna show my trip back to the shop 50 million times. So what I decide to do is every time I run out of flowers or decide to get more because it happens to be in the way on my way, is cut out the parts where every time I bought more town flowers. Because you don't need to see me shop that many times. It's that boring. So, yeah. So anyway, there are a lot of flower pedestals in the insides of the building. So we'll be checking out most of the inside buildings. So you to place the town flowers. Like for example, there's 2 of them right here in this. In Lenzo's photography area, and that's it. And I just went upstairs just to check to see if there were any more, and that was really it. And it turned out there was no metal pedestals upstairs. Those are just the only 2. And so I leave. Yeah, I was double checking just to make sure I wasn't missing anything, because that can happen. I can miss something, which could be pretty bad. So yeah, so yeah, those are just the only 2 metal pedestals. And now we go inside this place. As you may probably remember this place a very long time ago, because we played the Sploosh game here. And it turns out that there are 4 pedestals over here. And that's what happens. That's what can happen sometimes. If you're not aligned carefully on these pedestals, then you get that dialogue, and that can suck sometimes. So I got more flowers, and just so I could play, because there are 4 of them over here. There are no pedestals upstairs, nor on the balcony of this building, so don't bother checking that. By the way, I was doing this blind, because I didn't know where all the pedestals were. I decided not to practice any of this stuff because I thought I was gonna be fine when I was taking notes as to what I was gonna do. So yeah. All right. So that is everything in the Sploosh game house there. It is really annoying how you can only just carry 3. I wish they fixed that, but oh well, what else can you do? So there's a ton of flower pedestals here. Well, actually no, there's really only just 4 here. and that happens to be like these four over here. Two of them on the front of the classroom, and two in the back of the classroom. I wonder how many people even go to that school. So there's only one classroom, and I see like 10 or 15 desks in the classroom. Man, that must be a really poor school or something if there's really that many students. That must really suck. I mean, my school has like 2,000 students. Like, yeah, it's a really big school. I don't know. That school must be a private school if there's really that many students. Because usually private schools are small, relatively small, I think. But yeah, so anyway, there's 6 pedestals out on the top part right there of Windfall Island. And then there's a whole lot here in the mansion with this rich guy's area. Yeah, that guy. And this would be the point where if you have 20 skull necklaces and you haven't gotten the treasure chart from him, now would be the good time since you're here. Okay, so there's actually like maybe I want to say 10 pedestals here in this place. 4 upstairs, and then I think there's like 6 downstairs here. But there's a ton here. Maybe I'm overcounting, but yeah, there's some here on the stage, and then there is actually a treasure chest on the stage here, the auction stage. Surprisingly, man, someone I don't know why nobody had the obligation to take those rupees. Okay, there's 7 in here. Okay, I overcounted. By the way, one thing I probably never mentioned before because I didn't know this. Oh, 8. Sorry. I never mentioned this before, but if you bonk, all the glass breaks, and really early on in the game, a different guy would live here in this mansion, and he would make you pay rupees for every time you broke the glass. But since this is a different guy living in the place, you don't have to worry about that at all. So that is the auction place taken care of, and then we have a couple here in the potion shop, and you can buy some potions if you want using the choo-choo jellies that you obtained throughout your adventure. And that is pretty much all the pedestals. Well, we have 2 more left, and then that is all the pedestals taken care of. All right, here we go. 1 and 2, and that is all the pedestals. Man, Windfall Island looks so great. It is blooming. It is blooming with all of these town flowers that we just set on these pedestals. Man, it's just great. Windfall seems to be filled with joy lately. Say, you haven't been cooperating with the volunteers, have you? You know what I'm thinking? Oh, really? You have? Wow, it never fails to amaze me how kind and thoughtful folks can be. I know. I'll return your kindness. And with that, we get ourselves a piece of heart. Awesome! I hope you'll continue continue working with the joyous volunteer associations. I think that's what he said. But yeah, all right. I don't know why I don't know why I bought another town flower when you don't really need to. But I guess I just did that just because. And then I don't know. I don't know. You really don't need any. You really don't need to use any items to do this. But now we're gonna move on to the game's trading quest. So the trading quest is a very popular gimmick in. It's a very infamous side quest in typical Zelda games where you get one item from somebody and that initiates a side quest called the trading sequence, where you get that item from an NPC, and then you go to a different NPC to give that item to that person, and then that person will give a different item to you so you can give to another person, so on and so forth. Well, guess what? This is what it is for this game. So one thing to keep in mind of is you'll only be going through to 3 of the following islands. you'll be going through Bomb Island, you'll be going through Great Fish Isle, and you'll be going to Mother and Child Isle. So those are the 3 places that you'll keep in mind of. I have a note guide over here right next to me to explain what this is about. So we just got the town flower, and as soon as we got the town flower, there's these Gorons, which these are the only points of the game where you see these Gorons. And you talk to them, they're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna say, I'm a traveling merchant. I've come to open a shop here, but I have searched for 30 years and only to find nothing. So I am stranded here on this island. And so if you show him the town flower, then he'll be like, oh, look, it's a town flower. I'll trade you for a sea flower. But guess what? You have to pay in the process. Well, I mean, because that's good trading, you know, economics, right? Yeah. So we're trade partners, and with that, we have created a merchant's oath with this Goron. So now, every time that you get a new product, that you can go to the Windfall Island store, to the Windfall Island shop, and you'll see that item at the Windfall Island shop, and you can buy it, which is really cool. In fact, because we're gonna be doing a lot of trading here, eventually you'll be surprised as to what the Windfall Island shop will look like once we're done with all of this. So we went to Bomb Island, talked to that merchant, and we got the sea flower. Now with that sea flower, we're gonna go here to Great Fish, and there's another Goron over here, and he will say something about the shop guru statue. Something about that. I don't know what that is, right? Do you guys know what that is? I've never heard of such thing. Anyway, so I've talked to all of these merchants like once, just so I can show you guys like what they're saying at first, because this is the only time you see them. So I might as well just show off everything that these guys have to offer. So by the way, this is really specific. These are really specific. These are specific. You do have to go to these specific people to trade this stuff with them. They never really tell you like, hey, go to this person and give this item to this guy. They don't tell you that at all. So you're pretty much on your own for that, which is why I am here. So after giving the sea flower to this guy in Great Fish, we now get the exotic flower. And the exotic flower, and now with the exotic flower, we are now going to go to the 3rd island that I mentioned, and that is the Mother and Child Isles. Now, here's the thing: if you directly warp to the Mother and Child Isles, you'll be warped into the Mother Isle of Mother and Child Isles, and you can't get out of it. So it's better to warp to Tingle Island and just go diagonal from Tingle Island in order to get here to the Child Isle, because that's where this Goron is at, in Child Isle. And same with Bomb Island. Bomb Island you cannot directly warp to. There is actually no warping spot for Bomb Island, and the closest place to get to Bomb Island is from the Forest Haven. Great Fish, there is a warping spot in Great Fish, so that's really convenient. So you can easily get to Great Fish by simply warping there, which is very useful. Someday I'm going to open myself a shop, a huge shop. No, a mega superstore. I'm trying to find goods to sell. And yes, I am aware there's a blue choo-choo, because I can tell from the music and the sound effect, and it's electrifying sound effects, but I decided not to deal with them. I think I have a bunch of blue choo-choo jelly anyway, for me to not worry about that. So it's fine. So with the exotic flower that we got from the Great Fish merchants, we get the Pinwheel. And by the way, these items serve no other purpose besides trading. we just have these items to trade with these guys. All right. So now the rest of it is just me cutting straight from one merchant to another merchant. Oh my goodness! I swallowed something that was really nasty. Oh god. Okay, so with the pinwheel that we got, we go back to Bomb Island and talk to this merchant over here, and he'll give us the sickle moon flag. And of course, all these merchants are gonna say the same exact thing right after they give you the island. Hey, we formed the merchant's oath. Yeah, that gets pretty repetitive, so I just skip through the dialogues here. All right, so with the sickle moon flag, go back to Child Isle to talk to this guy, and he'll give you the big catch flag, which is 85 rupees. These get more and more expensive, so make sure you have a ton of rupees. All right, so we got the big catch flag. This guy says the least amount of stuff. At least this guy is less repetitive than the other merchants. So this one's all right in my opinion. All right, with the big catch flag, go back to Bomb Island to go ahead and talk to this merchant over here, and he will give us the fountain idol. And this is 65 rupees, so this one's a little bit less expensive. Yeah, occasionally they do that, but trust me, you will need tons of rupees here. Okay, so with the fountain idol, we are going to use that to go back to Great Fish and get ourselves another item. Huh? That's a fountain idol, is it not? In that case, would you be interested in trading that for this, and with... No, I went ahead of myself. Crap. Oh, man. That's a skull tower. Okay. Shoot. Oh, man, I'm sorry, people. Alright, we got the skull tower. The skull tower actually looks the skull tower looks really cool. Except, too bad it doesn't have any purpose besides what we're doing here. There it is! Okay, big sail flag. Okay, yeah, I read my notes wrong. Man. It's hard looking at your notes and post-commentate at the same time. It's just too difficult. But there we go, we got the big sail flag. Okay? Alright, so after that, we go back to... we once again go back to Bomb Island. And get get ourselves another award, and that is the hero's flag. There's a lot of items with hero in it. There's a hero's bow, a hero's sword, a hero's shield. God, man, there's just a lot of hero stuff. But unfortunately, that is Toon Link's fate. Well, that's the fate of Toon Link and Link, I guess. All right. So we're almost done here. Go back to Great Fish and get and he will trade the hero's flag for a Postman Statue. And this gets really expensive. And then we're gonna get the final item, and the final item is really expensive. So make sure you have a ton of rupees for that. Alright, the last item is over here in the child aisle, in the mother and child section. And for that, we get the Shop Guru statue. Ah, hey, one of the merchants in Great Fish happened to mention something about that. Maybe he would like that, right? Let's see. Let's see if my answer is correct. Correct. I don't know. I'm pronouncing words wrong right now. Alright, back to Great Fish. Is that? It couldn't be. The shop guru statue? Such a divine figure. Surely this is none other than the legendary. Oh my god, I cannot read this. This is my thanks for you for. Oh my god. All right, hold on to your hands. And with that, we get the piece of heart. And with that, that is the end of the trade quest. Oh man, that was a lot quicker than what I was expecting. Then again, to be fair, I was cutting stuff out. So and this really does take a long time. Like I made it short, but it's so tedious in my opinion. All right, guess what the shop has turned into now that our trading quest is over. This shop is really huge, and it has all the items that we traded with the merchants. Oh man, this shop has made bank. Look at that. Yes, young master. Look, already my shop has a wide variety of products to choose from. It is a cornucopia. Thanks to you, young master. Every morning the postman comes with packages. At last, my humble stall has the appearance of a full-fledged shop. My dear, your unflagging dedication has strengthened my determination. Master, you are my savior of my stall. This is my most precious possession, next to my hoodie coat. Oh, I don't know. But with that, we get ourselves a magic armor. Magic armor. It's just like the magic armor from Twilight Princess, where you're using rupees, except, well, okay. It's a magical heirloom. Once that calls up a mysterious power. Of course, you can use it when you are sailing the open seas, my dear. Please, use it to protect yourself, and please be on a constant lookout for new and exciting products. Alright, so if I equip it right now, and I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate right now, to show you guys what it does. Wow! Look at this! Oh my god, I look so beautiful with all this purple surrounding me. In the SD version, this actually uses a magic. In this one, I believe it uses rupees. I believe I don't know, but I know it works differently. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker. Next time we're gonna be doing a different side quest. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.